Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to my review for Lockout, a new sci-fi thriller starring Guy Pearce and Maggie Grace. I don't know why I'm doing this. And this is my third movie review for this weekend, and I promise it's the last one, so don't worry about it. This is the last one. I'll get back to doing other things. Next week there's no movies coming out, so all next weekend I'll have room to do other things besides movie review. So this is the last one, I promise. Anyway, Lockout. I was kind of looking forward to it. I mean, I really like Guy Pearce. He's one of my favorite actors. I mean, Memento, LA Confidential, other movies. He's a great actor, okay? And him being in a sci-fi thriller where the whole premise was a prison in space and he has to go and save someone from there, and he's all just cracking jokes and being the action hero wise guy just like Arnold Schwarzenegger or even the Sylvester Stallone. That, I was like, hell yeah, and it has a cool premise. It's a prison in space. I mean, it seems retarded, and it kind of is, but it's still a cool premise. It's unique, and I like that. And I was looking forward to it. I kind of was, and, well, let's talk about it. The story is simple. You have a guy named Snow, who is an ex-CIA operative, but yeah, I guess people think he went rogue, even though he really didn't. Whatever, it's a stupid plot. And he has to go up into space and save the president's daughter because she went up there to go and, I don't know, try to rehabilitate some of the prisoners up there because it's a prison in space, ooh, for the really dangerous people, and so they can't hurt people on Earth and stuff. And she has to go up there. Well, she doesn't have to. She went up there so she can rehabilitate or something like that and show that all these prisoners aren't that bad. But of course, boom, breakout, and she gets captured and stuff. And now Snow, Guy Pearce, has to go up there and go and save her. Oh, by the way, the president's daughter is played by Maggie Grace. Forgot to mention that. So that's really the story. He has to go up there, beat some ass, and save the president's daughter. What really holds this story together and makes it enjoyable is Guy Pearce, really. To be honest, it's Guy Pearce. He's the main character in the film, and he is awesome. I love his character in this film. He's a sarcastic douchebag that really doesn't care about much in the film. He just throws one-liners out, insults people, makes jokes. Some of them are funny, some of them are a little stale. But for the most part, he's just a likable guy, and I really rooted for his character. I wanted him to succeed, and there you go. I really like this character. Everybody else did a great job, don't get me wrong. Maggie Grace is also very, very likable in the film. She's very hot. I really like her. I want to see her in more films. Some of the cast members in the supporting cast, you got Vincent Regan, who plays the main prison bad guy. He's the leader, and he's really good in the film. Even though he's not really that sinister, I wasn't really scared whenever he came on. I was like, yeah, he's a bad guy. He's probably going to die at the end of the film. Yeah, and you have his brother, who is also more insane. You're actually scared of this guy. His name is Joseph Gilgun, and I think he's in that show The Misfits, which is, I guess, a British TV show about superheroes, and I heard it was great. I really need to see that show, and he is great in this film. He's so insane and so, not likable, I would say, but he's such a good actor at being insane and insane looking. I couldn't help but kind of like him, and yeah, and some of the other supporting actors, they do a good job too, but for the most part, those four, good job, especially Guy Pearce, so yeah. Let's talk about the action and the special effects. For a $20 million budget movie, to be honest, the special effects are somewhat impressive because take a movie like American Reunion that cost $50 million to make. That movie is like, what, 2.5 times the budget of this film, and there's no special effects besides Tara Reid. But anyway, there's no special effects in that movie, and there's nothing really remarkable about the movie itself budget-wise. This movie, $20 million, you get a bunch of space scenes where you see the prison, and it looks really damn cool. You get some space shooter action, which was cool. You get a whole motorcycle chase scene, which lasts a good minute, even though it doesn't look all that great. It has a very stylized look to it, kind of like a Sucker Punch or whatever. But it still looks pretty good for a $20 million budget movie. And the way just the prison looks, that must have cost a lot of money just to make that prison look that good. Because the interior design, I mean, it's not original, but it still looks pretty damn good. So, special effects-wise, it's used very well. Action-wise, there's not much action. It's mostly Guy Pearce and Maggie Grace's character just running around, finding a way off the prison and then getting, of course, getting the hell out of there. And there is some action scattered throughout, but there's not too much action. Really isn't much. And when there is action, it's not remarkable at all. So don't go into this film expecting amazing action. I would say go into this film expecting some cool special effects, some funny dialogue between Guy Pearce and all the other characters he comes across, and just a good old time, really, because it's just fun. It just has a lighthearted feel to it. It's a PG-13 film, so it's not always going to be like graphic and serious. It's a fun B-movie, I gotta say. It's an entertaining movie. The action's not spectacular, the special effects aren't even spectacular, but Guy Pearce really holds on to this role and makes it an enjoyable film, so really, I gotta commend Guy Pearce. He made this film enjoyable. So you know what? I'm going to give this film a 28.5 out of a 40. Check it out. Go rent it. Go see a matinee. It's a fun movie. Bring a bunch of friends and have fun. It's a fun movie. So anyway, there you go. There's my review for Lockout. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank God I'm done because I've been recording this for way too long now. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you and goodbye.